Zach, injury updates on PJ Jules has got hurt.
Yeah, PJ will be week to week with an ankle.
And then how did Osai come out of that game?
Laceration, so I think he'll be okay. We'll see where it is. He might be limited early in the week, but it was a laceration.
At least no change on Trey's status, you would expect.
Trey will be out, so he's seeing another specialist today, and we'll see where that goes.
Thank you. The Jermaine Burton suspension just for that game.
So we're releasing Jermaine today.
What led to that decision?
Just decision to make. We just made it. We're going to release him and move on and wish him the best.
How frustrating is it that you just pick never materialized, like the talent y'all saw when y'all drafted him just never came to fruition?
Yeah, I think everybody worked really hard at it and wish him the best. Hopefully he gets to change the scenery and can do good things for him.
What precipitated his suspension on Saturday?
I won't get into that. We're going to release him today.
With optimism for Shamar, is he eligible to come off this week?
We'll see. We'll get to Wednesday and then sort through how we want to approach it this week. So we'll get to Wednesday and make a decision on that.
With Trey seeing the specialist, is that change is there a chance he could come back at some point, or what is he?
I'm not sure yet. We'll get more information on that today.
But he's out for this week.
He's out for this week.
Are you just gonna make a move at receiver? Or how do you
We'll see. We'll see where we end up with the roster spots. So, anyway, I'm not going to speak too soon on that. We've got till Wednesday or really later this week to see how it sorts out.
Do you have more clarity on what specific? I know it's been like back, hip, pelvis on Trey. What do you know? Have more details on what exactly he's dealing with?
It's kind of all that.
Okay.
That covering tight ends, that has been probably a sore spot for you guys. What can you do to fix that?
There's a couple things. I mean, we can be better on some of those snaps, not buying so much on the action in front of them. And there's other ways. I know Al's trying to help them schematically as well. So each one's a little bit of it's a unique look because you might be in a different coverage. It might be a different look. It might be a different way that they got the tight end there. But certainly has been something that's bit us, and we've got to work like crazy to rectify it.
How much of it is two rookie linebackers teams are going to come in and try to pick on that, and that has kind of turned into a thing in and of itself?
That happens sometimes. I think they've continued to gain the experience through it, and so some things that maybe got them earlier in the season, they've done a great job reacting to it. This is one that didn't work well for us in this last game, but feel good about how we can rectify that and continue to improve to stop it.
Did you expect or hope that it would be at a better level though by this point in the season?
Well, there's two elements to it. They're doing a much better job stopping the run, obviously, and so when teams are utilizing that to your advantage, there's some big plays to be had in the pass game. That's really a team that comes in and runs the ball really well. Typically, they're a good play action team behind it when they've got a quarterback like they do and they got the tight ends they do. So it's hand in hand of you played a team who's first in the league in rushing. So how are you going to stop that? You got to commit to stopping it. And at times it's going to free up some guys behind you. You don't want it to happen. We have tools to make sure that doesn't happen, but it happened. And the reality is they're a really good run team, and they can capitalize on that sometimes and get some big explosives off in the pass game.
Is it fair to say the tight end issue has been kind of the biggest factor in what's gone particularly sideways on defense?
Well, again, it's both. I think we've been better against the run as of late these last couple of weeks, and so to combat that, some teams are hard action and trying to get the tight end to slip behind you. And again, I'm not saying we've done a great job against it. There are snaps where we have done a great job where you don't even notice it because it's been taken away. And there's been some times where we get up on explosives and we have to be much better there.
How can Demetrius Knight specifically play better? What are the biggest things you're looking for growth from him?
How can he play better?
Yeah, what are the biggest things you're looking for?
I think for both those guys, it's, again, just continue to gain experience with each snap and don't make the same mistake twice and learn from what you're seeing. And I think they do a great job with their preparation through the week where they've gained a lot of confidence through what they've seen, and the guys around them have gained a lot of confidence, and some of the adjustments they got to make on the move. They've done an excellent job growing in that area. And again, they're on games, I've said this before, they're on games, 8 and 13 or whatever it is starting. And we played some guys that have 100 starts under their belt. And so, again, that's one of those key positions where the experience really helps you the more you can gain. And so we're trying to get that experience to them as quickly as possible so that the payoff can be as quickly as possible because we see high-end traits from those guys. And I think they're making really good progress. And I still have really high hopes for them and proud of the growth that they've had. And It doesn't mean that there's not going to be some hiccups along the way, but they're made of the right stuff, and we'll continue to invest in them.
Was there any consideration in releasing Jermaine earlier in the year? I mean, he hasn't been active all year.
We just decided to release him today.
One thing that you guys took a lot of pride in, Zach, was 4-minute offense the last several years. Curious, you weren't able to pull it off, I'm sure, the way you wanted to execute yesterday. How do you think you guys have fared in that this year? The 4-minute offense.
I haven't had an opportunity, and really weren't there yesterday. You know, with Josh Allen on the other side, there's 5:55 left on the clock. We needed to go score, and trying to run clock at the same time, but we were not in a 4-minute mode where there was going to be one possession left in the game. And so obviously we didn't finish that game the way we wanted to, and it was disappointing because we were in a good spot. We played the game the right way for a long time, and we just didn't finish those last 6 minutes.
With Jermaine, obviously, I mean, over the training camp and the offseason, you know, he was praised a lot for his progress and maturity that he's shown. What kind of happened did anything happen in between that period and now that just kind of didn't ever let him get on the field?
No, I think I just wish him the best, you know, and so again, we made the decision we made today and pulling for him to go make an opportunity for himself somewhere else.
You were looking at the tape again, Coach, just on the, it was such a big and odd play, the pick six. Just what was your take when you looked at it on tape?
It's a great play. It's a unique play. It's rare that it happens. The circumstances were rare. A bunch of things colliding at one time, and ended with Christian Benford making an outstanding play for a corner. Great awareness by him, great ball skills by him, great finish by him. That's the number one takeaway. You can look at that play a million different ways. And, you know, at the end of the day, they brought a corner blitz, and he made an outstanding adjustment to the play and picked it off and scored.
I mean, that was the unique thing, right? Because it was kind of I think he thought it was a run, and he was surprised when Joe threw it. So it just seemed like there were a lot of kind of weird things.
They've had a lot of success. I think that they brought 26, you know, throughout the year, and brought a couple against us. Some we handled better. That one was just a unique spot, and without getting into too much detail on it, it was a unique play, and he made a great play on it.
What did you think of T's play yesterday, and what he has been playing through, and you know, the effort that he has made to get himself back on the field, going through the protocol and all of it?
He made some enormous plays for us in the game, and so again, he comes up really big in big moments, and he's a guy that Joe can trust, and so proud of the way they handle all that.
There were a lot of conversations about, obviously he went through the protocol, wanted to clear the protocol. What's that conversation like between the independent spotter, Matt, and you in terms of how available a player is once he goes through that?
I'm just told if he's available or not. And so I think what happened yesterday was, obviously there's some that looked bad. T felt good throughout it, is what I've, you know, gained throughout the game and post-game, obviously. He did this morning and last night have symptoms again, so we will put him back in the protocol. But again, I talked to T one-on-one too on when you feel this, because you're worried about the guy. Okay, did you feel it during the game? No, I felt fine. You know, I took hits, got up and felt fine, and then after the fact reported that he felt concussion symptoms. So we'll put him back in the protocol, and we'll go through that this week.
Is there any, I mean, what was your reaction like, given like all that information as you gain it now? He's, you know, experiencing symptoms again. You know, is there anything you wish you could have done differently?
No, it's hard because in the game you don't really see it all, and the first one happens on their sidelines. So probably you all have a better perspective than anyone on our sidelines, and so it's and again he the way he talks to me about it was I got hit, and so I'm shaken up on the play just from a football hit, and by the time the doctors got out there I felt fine. I got up and it was good, cleared everything, and then post game you get on the plane, you come in this morning and he's doing the right thing and saying, okay, now I don't feel great, and so we'll put him back in the protocol.
Mathematically, it's not that different from last year, your odds to get into the playoffs at this point. Do you guys talk about anything like
We
that?
got to win. That's as simple as that. I don't know what the odds are. I know they're not zero. And so what I told our guys, the odds aren't zero, so we're going to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, keep approaching every week the way we've been doing it, and we just got to win.
Look like, you know, like they've got a good effort by your offensive line.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and all the yards, you know.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job in protection. Joe did a good job buying some. I mean, sometimes, really, the two sacks we've given up the last 2 weeks were corner blitzes, totally different situations. One was a third down, You know, the skies roll pressure, and the one against Baltimore was a first, second down under center play action. So those are two that you know, it's good calls by the defense. The line's done a great job in protection. They've given him time. The throw to Gesicki yesterday, we blocked everyone we could. We got a great squeeze on the right side. There's an unblocked player we can't account for. That's Joe's guy. Joe makes a miss and hits Gesicki for a touchdown. So I thought everybody did a really good job versus the pressure for the most part. There's one or two that were tough. And the line's been a big part of that. And in the run game, they're giving us exactly what we need in some key situations. First down, it was a little hard to mix our runs with some of the looks they were giving us that weren't always successful, but I thought on second down and third down, we did a great job around the football. And that's a credit to the guys up front, the backs and the tight ends, and I thought that was really well executed. I know the yards aren't there necessarily, but we got what we needed out of them when we needed it.
Is this the best you think you've ever had? This stretch of offensive line play, is it like the best you've ever
It's hard for me to compare that. You know, it's. I think we're in a good spot right now. We've got a lot of trust and confidence in those guys. They've got trust and confidence in themselves and each other, and so that's where we're at right now. But it's difficult for me to compare to years past.
Samaje seemed to run with a lot of authority yesterday.
I think he always does. You know, he's really good. I think we got a great combination the way that we utilize those guys, and the good news is they're both good in all three phases of playing running back. You know, in terms of running, protecting, and receiving, they both show up in a lot of different ways, and so that's good because we can utilize them. I don't think it's very predictable for the defense to know, okay, this guy's on the field, this is going to happen, because they've both shown that they're good in all three phases. So it's been a big positive for us.
He talked about really wanting to be out there and just kind of gutting it out as much as he could.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to just how he kind of tried to fight through whatever it was to
T, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, these guys want to play football. And I, you know, talking to T, talking to Jamar the week before, when they're sitting at home and they're watching the game, it's painful for them to have to watch, you know, because they want to be a part of it and they want to be a part of us winning, and they know they give us a great chance to help us win. And so those guys have fought through stuff for all the years we've had them. You know, you've always, if ever there was a chance that they could play, they're playing. And I appreciate it about T.
Was he going back in the protocol for the second time in 3 weeks? Was that changed the timeline of how does that?
We'll see. You know, it's again, this is new information this morning, so we'll keep working through it this week and see what it means.